media. Right now, we're going to definitely cover the advanced deck building portion of this video. So grab your pen, grab a paper, rewind this if you have to. I am going to speak as slowly as possible, but, not like, no. I'm going to say it as clearly as possible so that way you can understand it. And I'm going to explain things as I go along. So you're going to need a calculator because I normally build a deck with a calculator as well. I use my cell phone, pop out my iPhone, open up the calculator. I have it right next to me. So let's get into this. All right. You can build an ADC very, very advanced E, but I'm going to go, with another hero that I really, really like a lot, and that's Countess. And we're going to name this one YouTube ADV. This is an advanced build, all right? And this build is mainly for, I wouldn't say it's super advanced. Well, that got completely interrupted, and I got to do this whole over again. You have no idea half of the things to do. I want to get the master skin for Gideon. All right, I can help you out with a Gideon build, maybe. I'll play them. All right. Oh, can't believe that. All right, let's do this again. Always interrupting when I'm like, you be alive all day and they don't need you. As soon as you start to do something, that's when they want you. Like, go away. All right, let's start this over. Hello YouTube, my name is Karuth. This is SkullNet Media, and we're at the advanced deck building portion of this video. I'm going to be using one of my favorite heroes, a hero that I mastered already, and that's Countess. Definitely going to be naming it YouTube ADV for an advanced deck. And the prime card I'm going to give her is definitely, I'm not giving her health because she doesn't need it. I'm not giving her this because she doesn't do damage to structures. I'm giving her the Warlord card because, again, I think she is definitely a Warlord. All right? Now, where she excels mostly, you don't put her in a jungle. Just a waste of time, she'll die. I mean, but if you want to and you know how to jungle, by all means, you have the ability to do so. This is just me. I don't put her in the jungle. It's a waste of time. First card I'm going to give her is Hunter's Drink. Hunter's Drink is a health card, but it is not viable in terms of how people would say until after level 5, because the way it scales with your level. So I don't take this card off until I reach level 15, or until I put on my last card inside of my build. So I'm going to give her Hunter's Drink for that way she get her health regen. And trust me, it's a lot once you keep on leveling up. So you keep this on you. It's a growth card. It's not for everyone. Only players in the game that have the growth affinity. She is both growth and corruption. So let's get into it. Since this is an advanced build, I'm going to jump right into like a 6-point card right away. And the card that I'm thinking of right now is Necroveil. Necroveil is a 6-point card, and read what it says. A unique passive on player kill. Enter the shadow plane for 3 seconds. And what it means by entering the shadow plane is if you ever seen Kalari and you picked up the river buff and it makes you invisible, that's you entering the shadow plane. That's what this card does. Once you get in, you kill someone, you shadow slip out, you're still invisible for that 3 seconds. They don't know where you are on the map, and you're gone. You're an assassin. You're supposed to get in and leave. So you don't actually have to put anything into this card if you don't want to. You can just leave it as a 6-point card, and that is it. You leave it as a 6-point card. You don't have to put anything inside of it for the passive to work. It will work without actually leveling up the card. Now, another card that I'm going to give her is this Chrono Disc. Reason why I'm going to give her this card is a 5-point card. It's a very expensive card, also with Necroveil, because I want her to have cooldown on her abilities. There's not really that much cooldown in the game, but these cards, but it gives you an extra 10%. So this card is going to cost what? I'm going to go with the 4 12-point build. So let's see. 12, take away 5, you're already at 7. So you got to put 7 points in terms of an upgrade in here. Let's see how we're going to do that. So we got, we're going to put this with power. We can either use, I'm not putting any mana on here because I don't really need it for Countess. We're in a burst damage meta right now as of the, up version 36. We're on 36 or 37 at the current moment. So we have 3 and 3 makes 6 inside here, and we put a minor cast inside there. That's your 7 points, and that's 12 point. That's your 12-point card right there. So now she has 10 points. She has the 10% cooldown on her ability, so she can cast them a little bit faster. She also have Necroveil to enter the shadow plane once she comes in and kills you, and she gets the hell out. Now we're gonna be giving her Shadow Scroll. Shadow Scroll is a very good card to give her, and we're gonna be filling it up with Major Cast. Again, this is a 12-point build, so we're gonna give her another one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your 5th card here, and this is going to be another 12-point card, but I'm going to actually use Ability Pen inside here because Countess is ability based, and Ability Pen on her is a must. That's why I gave her Shadow Scroll. I'm going to give her a Sorcerer's Ward, and we're going to make this 6 points. Also, it has Ability Pen inside there, so it's going to actually add to it. Never build a deck without a ward. Here you go. This is your entire build. You have your Necroveil for 6 points. You have your Shadow Scroll for 6 points. And then you have 12, 12, 12, 12. You have 4 12-point cards. So for an advanced build like this, you have Necroveil that's going to help you out with a extra Ability Pen plus some damage. You don't have to upgrade the card. You'll enter the shadow plane upon killing of someone. If you don't kill someone, you won't enter the shadow plane. And it's only for player heroes, not minions. Because if it was on minions, trust me, I'd be freaking invisible all over the place. Shadow Scroll, again, will give you more Ability Pen plus more damage, more Ability Pen, and you have the cooldown. Now, this is where we get into some more situational items. Now that Aurora is out and she has her abilities to definitely do damage and freeze you and root you, we're gonna put on Hunter's Gilly on Countess. It's a 4-point card, but I'm using it mainly for the active. Removes all debuffs from your hero. Let me repeat this. Removes all debuffs from heroes. From your hero. And that's you. Not anyone else, just you. So when she ults and you're about to get frozen, you pop this. the ult will do no damage to you. If she puts down Hoarfrost and you get rooted, you press the active and you'll be out of it. You cannot shadow slip out of your root, so don't even try it. If you have this card inside of your build, you will definitely be ahead of the game in terms of countering Aurora. But again, this is only for hero. This card is only for heroes that are of the growth affinity. So, since this is a situational card and we're not going to be using it, so we need to make this another 12-point card. So, we're going to put 12 in our calculator, and we take away, the 4, leave you back with 8. So you're gonna have to put 8 points into this said card. You can make it a health card. Let's see, 3 and 3, 6, and then you put a 2 in here. There's your 8. Make it a 12-point card, and there you go. I would have a calculator up on the screen, but for some odd reason, it's not actually working. But again, if you want to build and balance your deck properly, pull out a calculator, because not everybody is great with math. My math stops as soon as you reach pre-algebra and whatnot. Can't stand it. It ain't for me. I'm not a mathematician. I definitely acknowledge my shortcomings. But that's your build. This is your build right here. Gives you some cooldown, and you're probably wondering why I don't have any mana in here. The reason for that is you have your river buffs that you can go and get if you're running low. Plus, if you get in and you get out in terms of killing your target, you don't need to have a lot of mana. If you push your lanes and you do all that stuff, you TP out, you go back, you refresh on mana, and team fights don't really last that long, so putting a lot of a 12-point card in terms of mana is not really all that helpful, so don't waste your time. Don't bother putting Void Steel Dagger on Countess, because it's a waste of time, because she is ability penetration, not physical. So hopefully that covers one aspect of an advanced build for you. If you want to take it even more advanced, we can put a card like Stab Link in there. We're not using this for we need to make it a 6-point card, because if you take off Necroveil, we need to have the deck has to balance itself out in terms of the 60 cards that you're going to use. That's why I put 1 point in there, because again, you have 4 cards that are 12, and your other 2 cards, your Ward is a 6-point card, and your Necroveil is a 6-point card that you don't have to put any upgrades into. So if you do by chance take off any one of these and you put on Stab Link is it's kind of like your Blink Charm. It's a blink card. So it consumes 20% of your base health to teleport forward. You can't use it while you're critically wounded, and you cannot use the card if you're getting hit. That's probably the only thing I hate about it, but again, you still have Shadow Slip. If you're trying to catch your target and they're out of range, this is when you use Stab Link, you teleport forward, and then you Shadow Slip to them. Boom, you killed your target, you're getting the hell out of there. Plus, in 15 seconds, the cooldown resets, and you still get the chance to still escape from anyone who is trying to rotate. So that's definitely a good card to put inside of your build. Again, you got to think about the engagements that you're going to be in with your hero. Think about the situations that they're going to be in and how to get them out, and the heroes that you're going to go up against. This is for, Aurora, and it also works for being rooted by Sevarog and various other situations that happens inside the game. So it's a very good card. It is an expensive card, but it's not that expensive like Necroveil. If you want to do something else as well too, while burning on hit with ability Steel 12, this card is situational. I would say put this on if you're going up against Sairith, Iggy, and Scorch, which is not really a viable pick these days, but you do see him. So if you're burning, you walk through Iggy's turrets, or you getting hit by Sairith ult, which does apply a burn effect to you. You can definitely put this card inside of your build. It's ability pen. You don't really need a lifesteal, and you don't have to put any point upgrades into it if you don't want to. And the passive actually it's gonna work for you. So it gives you ability armor from that said target for 6 seconds, and that's definitely gonna help you out. I don't know if 6 seconds is gonna be that great, but again, read each one of these. You know, to make an advanced build, you definitely just have to read the actives on it. If you don't understand the actives, you can definitely hit me up on Twitter or on my Discord. I definitely help people out, or over on my Twitch channel. I will explain anything to you live on stream all the time, any day, Monday through Friday, even on Sunday. If you don't have those set cards, even Trader's Touch will definitely be great. Let's start with a different hero as well too. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my Decker support build, and this is a pretty expensive build. I just built it the other day, but again, it's mainly for situational stuff. I put Purity Sensor in here. Purity Sensor is just the same as Hunter's Gilly. Removes all debuffs, and this is for Aurora, because again, she freezes and she has that root ability, and this is for not just yourself but your entire team if they get caught in it. So if you're in the middle of a team fight and Aurora comes in from left field, you pop this, no one takes any damage, and it pretty much, her ult becomes null and void. So this is a very good card for Muriel, Decker, Steel. Norbash actually uses this card as well too. I think the only person that cannot use this card is the Fade, but the Fade definitely can use Hunter's Gilly as well too. You have Honor of the Pure. Decker is not Muriel, so she can't give out a shield, but she can definitely give you a shield if you have Honor of the Pure. This is a pure support build. There's literally no damage inside here except for, you know, a major strike, you know, just to give her a little something out there. But other than that, this build is definitely situational. Circlet of Mana is to give your allies mana regen. Circlet of Health is so that way your allies have health regen that stays with you. Savage Remedy is a card that is for her, gives her health regen plus mana. Chrono Spike gives her the extra 10% of cooldown, so she can use her abilities a lot more. This also gives her a little bit more health out there. And you have a throwaway ward for early game. You have a healer's token in here that can give yourself and keep you in a lane, you know, without losing any health. You can stay out there a lot longer without actually having to TP back, because you're a support. You're not out there to do damage. You're there in a lane to support your ADC and the rest of your team. Damage is not your thing, but if you want to, you can. But when I play Decker, I don't really focus on putting damage on her at all. Her build is always and will forever be utility based and defense. That's it. I built her with damage before. It didn't really make a difference. I hated it actually. So in terms of playing Decker, it's all about the team and how I can definitely keep them alive out there. So whenever you build in your deck, if you're going into the advanced territory, I always say keep a calculator with you. Make sure your deck is utilizing, your 6 cards is utilizing 60 card points and nothing over. Make sure you do your math and read what the card is. And if you don't understand what it does, you can definitely come over to my channel and ask. Or you go into, you know, a solo versus AI match, you put that card on early and you definitely test out that card and definitely see how it does and how it works. There's nothing wrong with testing out your build first, and definitely, most definitely, practice makes perfect. You're not going to get this the first time around that you do it. You're not going to probably get it the second time. You're probably not going to kick in for you until maybe you built your 100 deck or something like that. So use this information very, very wisely. I'm sorry that there isn't any visual cues on the screen in terms of what I'm saying in terms of calculator. But if you follow along carefully, you should be able to build a deck for your hero the right way. Use default decks for, you know, somewhat of a starting ground. See, like Grim, he has a default deck. So if we click on his default deck, they're focused on so much things. There's some things in here you don't need. There's some things in here you don't need. Scout Ward, I normally take that out. Touch of Thieves, I would keep in there and whatnot. Some of these cards you can definitely get rid of. You only need 6 of them anyway. Elder Mage Amulet, I'll get rid of that. And that I'll actually keep. Guardian's Ward, I'll keep. This I'll keep. That I'll keep. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say 5 and 6. And we'll get rid of this. So use the default build. Alright? All the day. So those are your 6 cards. You got rid of all the other crap that you don't need. Now you can start building into, you know, other stuff that you might need. I don't know. Let's say Grim don't really do that much these days, so let's put Ring of Domina on him. I'd normally give this to like a support or something, but let's put it on him anyway. We're using what, the 10 point system? So we got to throw 6 in here. I'm not giving him mana, I'm gonna give him health. So 2 and 1, there you go, that's your 10. And Ring of Domina, it gives you bonus damage to minions. So once you get in there with minions and you have a short space of time to take out a tower before they collapse on you, this card inside of your build, whether you put upgrades in it or not, will definitely give the minions extra damage. They'll take that tower out ASAP. He's also corruption, so if you put tainted magic on him, that would be great. It's a passive. You don't necessarily, it's an active really. You don't actually have to level it up. You can just use it if you want to. You can build him with Hydroversa. Bad idea, but I'm just saying. Try it, see if it works. You might like it, you might hate it. I don't think it'll be a good idea to put it on Grim, but again, he has access to it, so everyone's build is completely different. So don't be afraid to experiment, try something, but make sure you stick to the stuff about your hero that is going to work. Don't put things on your hero that's not going to work. Grim does not need mana, so don't put it on him. He doesn't need mana regen, so don't even waste your time and put it on him. So those are things I'm telling you you don't need on certain heroes. So if they don't need it, don't put it on them. Hopefully that helps you in terms of building an advanced deck. Think about your situations that you're going in and build accordingly. There's nothing wrong with having 2 or 3 builds that alleviate to different situations. I play Sparrow. Sparrow has 6 decks out here. 6 of them. She has 1 with straight damage and DPS, 1 with just straight power. No attack speed, nothing, is just straight power. She has 1 with lifesteal, crit, and damage. She has 1 with crit, lifesteal, damage, and that can go any different ways. She has another build over here with Hunter's Gilly in it, so that way I can get out of Aurora's ult. So again, you're getting up there in level, invest in some new deck slots. Don't stick with the 17. Add new ones. I got 40. Probably gonna buy more. So that way you're building your deck based on different. You're making the card shop yours. Not you can't use the same build all the same time because it's not gonna fit every single situation that you're gonna be in and every single team comp. So build one deck for one situation. Build your next deck for another situation. If you have multiple heroes that you play like myself, make sure each one of them at least have 2 decks, unless they're a support. If they're a support and you build them like I do, then they only need but 1 deck. Because again, your support is meant to be underleveled and so on. They can excel with low card points. So take that information, rewind it if you have to. Hopefully this helps you out in terms of building the right deck for the right situations. And welcome to Paragon and have as much fun as you can out there. Woohoo! Got another one done!